Everyone's talking about Bitcoin, but that's the decoy. Because while the masses scream bull run, real investors, they're tracking something else entirely. The overlooked tokens. The tech that rewires how value moves. This isn't about hype, it's about positioning. Because in 2025, crypto isn't just currency, it is the infrastructure. And if you're still thinking in coins and charts, you'll miss the actual revolution. Stick around, because the loudest voices in crypto aren't telling you what's coming next, but we will. Shift number 1, macro is king, not memes. Forget dog coins. If you're not watching the Federal Reserve, interest rates, and global conflict, you're not investing, you're gambling. In 2025, real crypto games won't be decided by Twitter threads or Discord hype. They'll be determined by macro forces. Will the Fed cut rates? Is the US dollar weakening? Are governments embracing or resisting CBDCs? These aren't headlines, they're signals. Smart money isn't chasing pumps, they're reading bond yields, watching the BRICS alliance, and tracking inflation in real time. Because when liquidity floods in, assets pump. When liquidity dries up, everything bleeds. If you want to escape the 9-to-5 or protect your wealth, you need to think like a macro trader, not a meme chaser. This 2025 crypto isn't just a tech game, it's a macro game wearing a blockchain disguise. Ignore that and you're blindfolded on a battlefield. While everyone's obsessing over red and green candles, the real wealth is being built off the charts. In 2025, the smartest investors aren't refreshing CoinMarketCap. They're digging through GitHub, stalking Layer 2 devlogs, and sitting in on Twitter spaces no one else listens to. Because price follows product. It's not about hype, it's about who's still building in the bear market. Look at the patterns. Ethereum didn't explode in 2015. It exploded after years of quiet building. Solana didn't go 100x because of price action. It went 100x because it solved a real problem, speed and cost. The next big thing probably has under 10K followers and zero marketing budget. Advice? Follow developers, not influencers. Join discords where the only emoji used is bone. Read white papers like your money depends on it, because it does. Find what tools, apps, and bridges are quietly solving problems and track adoption, not tweets. In crypto, price is lagging data. The real signals come from who's grinding through the winter, not who's screaming on YouTube. So before you chase another shiny chart, ask who's actually building something that changes the game. If this is making sense, hit subscribe. The next shift could change how you invest forever.
We're about to witness something massive. Something most people aren't even watching for. In the next wave, crypto doesn't just stay crypto, it fuses with artificial intelligence, and together they unlock a new economic layer, autonomous finance. This is no longer science fiction. We already have AI agents running customer service, generating code, trading stocks, and even writing smart contracts. Now imagine those AI agents plugged into decentralized protocols governing wallets, negotiating deals, creating content, earning tokens. They won't ask you what to buy or when. They'll learn, execute, and optimize in real time. Here's the part no one's saying clearly. The real gold rush isn't just in buying the tokens, it's in owning the tools, platforms, and protocols that will host these AI-native economies. And with on-chain data, blockchain gives AI something it's always needed: verifiable truth. No more hallucinations, it's all there, audited, time-stamped, trustless. So what should you actually do? First, stop thinking about AI and crypto as separate silos. They're converging. Learn how each space works and start asking better questions. Who's building the rails for autonomous agents? Which tokens are rewarding decentralized intelligence? What use cases are starting quietly today but could explode tomorrow? Second, position yourself where usage is inevitable.
You don't need to build an AI. You just need to own part of the infrastructure that powers one. That means owning data or compute networks, staking into systems AI will rely on, or building simple tools that bridge crypto APIs with AI tools like GPT or Claude. And most important, stay early. These worlds are moving fast. The people paying attention now will own the rails. The rest of the world will ride on by 2030. This isn't a buzzword crossover. This is the foundation of the next digital economy. Most people panic when they hear the word regulation.
But if you're playing the long game, it's the best filter you've got. In 2025, regulation isn't destroying crypto, it is defining it. The Wild West era is ending. Meme coins with no utility? Gone. Exchanges operating in the shadows? Under the microscope. But here's what most people miss. Regulation won't flatten the entire market, it will clear the noise. When the SEC, the EU, and other regulators draw their lines, they'll do something powerful. They'll legitimize the winners. The coins that survive will become financial infrastructure. Institutional capital will flood in. Pension funds, sovereign wealth, corporate treasuries, they're not coming for Doge, they're waiting for clarity. Projects with real-world use cases, clean tokenomics, strong developer ecosystems, and transparent governance will finally have room to breathe and dominate. So, start auditing your own portfolio with the lens of regulation.
Ask questions. Would this survive an SEC lawsuit? Does it pass the Howey test? Is the team anonymous for a reason? Does the project even need a token, or is it just hype dressed up as tech? This isn't about betting on what looks exciting today. It's about owning what can last when the adults walk into the room. When the smoke clears, most of the noise will be gone, and the project's still standing, they will be the proof that regulation doesn't kill crypto. It clears the way for real value to win. Shift number 5, crypto won't save you if you can't save yourself. Right now, millions are betting on the next 100x coin, but they haven't mastered patience. They panic at 20% dips. Here's the truth. If you were reckless with money before crypto, you'll still be reckless with it inside crypto. Freedom doesn't come from holding coins. Most people treat the market like a casino. Swipe in, spin the wheel, pray for returns. But the real players, they treat it like a business. They track, they learn, they adapt. Want to win in crypto? Start by fixing your mindset. Learn to delay gratification. Master basic financial discipline. Know how much you're willing to lose and never invest more. Crypto will test your psychology more than your wallet. It will expose your greed, your fear, your impulsiveness. So before you chase another altcoin or dive into DeFi, ask yourself, can you handle the long game? And if you can't lead yourself through uncertainty, volatility, and silence, no amount of blockchain innovation will save you. Most people crash with the market, you won't. If you stay tuned, hit that bell. Everyone's still obsessed with the big chains, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche. But in 2025, the real power isn't at the base layer, it's happening above it. Layer 1s are the foundation, but layer 2s, they're the fast lanes. The secret tech stack that'll scale the space into billions. While everyone's watching token prices, smart investors are watching infrastructure, because that's where the real wealth is built. It's not sexy to talk about roll-ups, bridges, and zero-knowledge proofs, but it's those quiet upgrades that will onboard the next 100 million users. Layer 2s aren't just tech, they're economic engines. They'll power new dApps, games, decentralized social networks, and AI marketplaces. Without the friction that kills user experience. And guess what? The most successful L2s will not just be faster copies of Ethereum. They'll offer incentives, user-friendly design, and developer ecosystems. And they'll be the ones people use without even knowing they're using crypto. In 2025, if you're still betting your portfolio on layer 1s alone, you're missing the actual upgrade happening under your nose. Because layer 2s, they're not the future of crypto. They're already running it. Everyone's looking at prices, but the winners, they're looking at patterns, positioning. What's next? 2025 isn't about getting lucky. It's about being early to the shifts nobody's talking about before the headlines catch up. Crypto is evolving fast. You either adapt or get left behind. So if you're serious about playing this next cycle right, not just chasing hype, but actually building wealth, subscribe, turn on the bell, and make sure you're not the last to know what's coming.